Welcome to the Archangel Michael's chat. I hope you can hear me well and there's not enough or too much echo. It's dark at the moment, but that's all right. I'm a little bit late. Some things are not running the schedule sometimes. But as God said, let there be light. And there was light. And there you go. One minute in. But that's all right. Everyone will be busy. I'm on an hour later. A few minutes late. But you get that. But welcome to the Archangel Michael's chat. We will get into the Lord's Prayer very shortly. Hello, Kiki Eyes. How are you going? I did get your message. Yes, I did. Yes, I will not be on long at all tonight. Do the Lord's Prayer. Say hello to everyone, and pretty much that'll be the end of that. Not much really to talk about. Got some things to do around here. Cat's looking at me, hiding behind the speaker. I just want to relax, really. But I felt like doing the Lord's Prayer. And I know people like it. And I get to talk to people and say hello. So I hope you are having a good day where you are. Hope you're not working too hard. Or if you're working, don't go too hard at it. Well, I can't wait to see what Jack's got up to. See if she's rattled any cages. That will be interesting. A lot of people are doing that content on that case. It's starting to go really crazy now. I thought about it. They probably want me to do some, but everyone's doing it. I want to create my channel on my own. So what I'll do is I'll promote their gear. I'll just be advertising their stuff. They can run their content. I'll advertise the shit out of it. And that way we can reach more people. I reached a milestone, 1,300 subs. That's really good. Now I have to get those watch hours up and hopefully get this monetized. That will be nice. Something I can work towards. But we will get there eventually. Well, the Book of Wolverine. Here we go. See how deep he is. Because he's pretty deep. Just start this again. Oh, it's buffering. Yes. Well, we know you're there, Kiki Eyes. Who's out there in YouTube land? Oh, nothing on the horizon. Oh, there could be some smoke over there. Something's happening over there on YouTube. I wonder what that is. Look at the Lord's Prayer. Oh, Wolverine, you look pretty mean. I was thinking earlier today about these so-called people who've got stuff on Jaguar, right? Any receipts? Well, I've actually got a pretty good receipt. And it's not one in the Pandora's box. It's got a little bit to do with that. That's a code. You break that code, you'll break a few receipts, that one. But I actually got a really good receipt. And it's a good one. It's not nothing that is bad against her or incriminates her in any way. But it's a good receipt. It's something that, I'm keeping to myself. But I'm letting people know that I have this receipt. And it is a good receipt. It's one of the top level ones. So that's why I know that she's a good person, because this receipt is just top level. Just like the Lord's Prayer, that's top level as well. No, Jag's got a bit of a challenge ahead of her. Even when she finishes that trial, that's when the real shit's going to hit the fan. And they'll be able to get her out of there. Because why she's there at the moment, no one can say that she's not. And that's pretty much what they've been doing. Oh, you're talking shit, Jag. You're talking shit, Jag. You're talking shit, Jag. But she wasn't. She's there. She proved them all wrong. One point of the game, they said she wasn't even going to be a part. Well, she's the main part. That's what people have to understand. And that's why I'm drawn to her. It's not so much her voice, which is beautiful. I give it that. I think she should do a duet with herself. She's quite good like that. It sounds very good. She feels her own voice in. It's excellent. But, we'll see. We'll stand by her and we'll protect her and we'll support her as best we can from where we are. We can only do what we have. Even if it is a little, it should be enough. Even a little is enough because it's coming from the heart, from the mind, and from a genuine care for another human being. I mean, really, everyone doesn't agree with everyone in life. And I mean, some things she says, I don't quite agree with them. But I don't see anything why I should argue and turn my back on the lady. Because everything else she says is damn good. And has God behind it. And that's good that she has pulled that God right in. As long as she pulls him right in, that's it. That's got a shield over it. Like we're about to do right now with the Lord's Prayer. Are you ready? Here we go. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but to deliver us from evil. Hail Mary, full of grace. Amen. Now we have God in charge of the chat, in charge of the day. We can sit back and relax. And relax. That is the best thing. And I find now that we pull this God into the chat, we haven't had any trolls. We've had a few poppers in. No one talking, a couple in the bushes, just to check. Make sure this Archangel Michael ain't pulling out any Jaguarite secrets. That's another thing to the eyes. They hid it now. When I looked into some of the people that are subscribed to me, I will admit, the moment that I started becoming a moderator for Jaguar, I had subscribers like the BBC from England, and they've got like 15 million subscribers on their channel. So I've got eyes on me all the time. Sometimes my videos get watched. They get watched very quickly the moment I put them up. So someone's watching me. So there's definitely trolls still around. I like this troll. You don't really like trolls, but this troll's alright. He's flat, one-dimensional, or two-dimensional. Not these three-dimensional trolls. Hide behind a fourth-dimensional wall. That's right, the fourth dimension. Breaking the fourth wall. So, are we believing this guy yet, or don't we believe him? I think you should. It will be the best decision you ever made. But I know you, Kiki Eyes, if you're still there floating around. Whoa, What is that question? We'll ask that again when people forget that one. Not ready for that question. We had that too quickly. Had that before. You'll remember it. Well, that's the Lord's Prayer away. We got that right. Better put this expensive telescope away. Okay, what are you up to, Peppy? Okay, my favorite little quote, because I like it. Because it's just something that I, when growing up, really haven't heard people encouraging women. I mean, I say that we've had that change and no effort's been put in to train the men how to deal with empowered women. But I've also witnessed the suffering of women and also know the suffering of women. So, a strong woman knows she has the strength enough for any journey. But a woman of strength will know that that journey will make her stronger. And that's the definition between being wise and just intelligent. You can be as intelligent as, but it's all about wisdom and how you apply it. That's where the wisdom comes in. Not everyone is wise. Some people are very smart, but they're not wise. A little bit different to become wise at level. But anyway, that's it. Pretty much done what I had to do. Put out that good saying, get the girls' hopes up for the day. Got God in the chat. Well, what else can I do? Push-ups, sit-ups, tell a joke or two. Oh, you never know. My nephew said to me something very interesting. I was going to bring it up. I'm racking my brain trying to think of it because it was quite a good point. And coming from the young mind with two young boys and a partner, well, he kind of really has a lot of arguments with. They're not quite getting it right. Just their situation, like everyone's situation. And you'll find most of the times between couples, it's got to do with money. Money is a big factor between arguments between couples. Who's going to supply what? Who's going to give what? My mom and dad, it doesn't matter who the earner was, who the bigger earner was. Of course, the one that earns the most gets maybe one or two extra privileges. That's a given. That's just a moral given. Oh, you work very hard, you get the extra money, you get the extra stake. No. But when you work together as a partnership, you do have his account and her account. That's your little play money. The rest of you pull into that house as a partnership. It should be a joint account all the time. That pays all the bills, pays everything out of that. So neither one has to worry about winning to the other. You got to pay this or you got to pay that. No. It is combined effort. And we get that wrong in society at the moment. That's my money. Oh, no, that's my money. You can't have that. You know? Oh, that's my wallet. Oh, that's my phone. When you're in a partnership, you share everything. It took me a little while to get Kelly into this type of thinking. But once she got into the type of thinking, she realized just how easy everything was. Arguments dropped straight down. We didn't argue much to begin with anyways, if at all. But that's what it is. I said, well, she had a bit of a problem with anxiety and she had to take tablets. She get put into a test or a work environment and brain wouldn't function. And it was really bad with her. So she was on a bit of disability pension. And I said, well, that's not going to get us too far unless I work my ass off. So we decided she has to stay at home because she didn't mind that. As long as you do the house duties, like, half and half. I'll help, of course, and I helped, of course. I know how to cook and clean, but I would go out and work and put all the money in, I guess, lifting up pianos upstairs and stuff. But that's how you do it. We were sort of a little bit of the old school, just a little bit. It's only because she was unable to function correctly in a work environment, and that's only because of her upbringing, which is pretty terrible. But you get that. She had a good dad, and that dad made sure they had everything. Just the mom was a bit off the point. Crazy. I mean, my kids now, I said, you want to go down and see your Nana? Oh, just a funny woman, that one. Can't believe at the age of 70, still into the drugs. That's how funny she is. Funny, but you get that. Well, I've been rambling on for 16 and a half minutes. I'm sure everyone's got something to do in their day. We were sitting here watching this crazy man in a mask with a black Akbar on. It was a $300 hat, you know. Not cheap at all. It's quite just like the left man, R.M. Williams, very famous in Australia. Should be all around the world, that product, that R.M. Williams leather products. He was the best saddle maker in the world at one stage of the game. That man there, he wrote a book. And in that book, he's got a story where he is going to plague me again. Yes, well, like I said, my great grandmother was locked up by the West Australian government in a mission. And this very famous man, R.M. Williams, the leather goods man, worldwide famous, sitting with my great grandfather, and they just devised a way to bring him out. And how he was sitting there, well, my great grandfather was running carcass of meat to the mines on his truck, and had a bull carcass on there ready to go to the mines. They were taking it there, and the truck broke down. So they were sitting on the side of the road when it was 30 degrees at night. At 11 o'clock at night, it was 30 degrees. It's in his story. And I know it to be a true story. And they devised a way. And people say, oh, that man had nothing to do with that. I said, well, the fact that he knew that my great grandmother, her secret code was the curlew bird. Not many people know that one unless they knew her. So that's the thing, that one. Or your family that's been told about it. And that man there, he helped them when they got extradited from South Australia to West Australia. He also married. And in the R.M. Williams vault is some of the most iconic things in Australian outback history and the Wild West and all that stuff. The most famous treasures in that vault is the original extradition order. Well, that family only gives us a copy. They keep the original side. He's keeping that as an heirloom. It's crazy. That's my family history. The original copy he's got. The family has got copies, but we have to go to them to get them. Crazy. How you can own someone. But that's the way that is. That's history. That's something like a bit of a thorn in the Australian history government side of things and how they dealt with the Aboriginal people. Like I said, it's in a book called Lindengel by Pamela Rodglowski. Lindengel, a story of outlawed lives and outlawed love. And it truly was. And in that, you will know the ins and outs. It's quite in depth, that book. Yes. That's the thing. When they came to do that movie, The Rabbit Proof Fence, Well, that was one of the three books that was sitting on the table. The other book was Lynn and Gell, and then there was another book that was set further up north, which I think they might make that one. I think that one's Jandamara. Because he retaliated with a gun and he got a posse. Had to send up people to hunt him down. But yes, they chose that one. Well, it's pretty controversial. There's death and everything in that one, in my great grandmother's book. Very sad. Very sad indeed. But enough of that. This is the Archangel Michael. I will see you all later. Thank you for coming to the chat. And God bless you.